adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he fires one, but incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
They'll drop the throw. And he's brought down.
Coach, I was going for him. He got blocked on the line of scrimmage. Oh my God.
He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying,
oh, that's the 3rd interception.
Hey, what I mean?
Derek Stingley picks it. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their mobile, agile quarterback keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Tell Shador our next 2 drives we wanted to be a run-heavy drive, man. We got to close out these 3rd and 4th quarters.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards
There we go. Reset.
I think you have to find something.
We're fine. Outside.
Something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for Etienne. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Reset it.
Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
We're doing a good job of resetting. We're just not making the play. Simple as that.
And they'll run with Etienne. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
Not scored that last week. They running toss on the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
All right, we want possession here. Unless, right? Unless it's a guarantee. Let's go. Let's get big here. Let's get physical.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Let's get physical.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll keep leaning.
Good block.
Back to the ground.
Good blocking.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
There we go again. Good block. They don't want nothing to do with that. They don't want tackling.
Right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
All right. Yep. Make them stress out. They ain't over there. Hurry up. Hike the ball. Make them stress out. Take the sack. Nothing there. Way to take that sack. Now keep a minute. Give it to him again. That's the look we want right there. Right away. Go in front of him. Good job.
This one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down.
All right, coach, this is big. Need the first here.
And with that last
Burn
play,
one.
he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away.
It was the right call. You got to just get that thing in bounds.
Even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys that haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville.
Fellas, I am super comfortable at what's going on right now, right? It look like they're doing a lot, but they're not.
As we get set for the 4th quarter, a very one-sided affair. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Lawrence will throw. Gets this quickly to Ingram. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago. That completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence, he'll get this off to ETN. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. the pickup, first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Here we go on 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team.
How about trying to keep them out of the end zone to close this game up?
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Finding room in midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Derek Stingley picks it.
The 20, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. It's not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL.
The question is, who's the best tight end on this team?
Well, their defense is really
I mean, they drafted the best tight end out of college football.
Lawrence will try again after.
Come on in here with it.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Go hurry up.
A loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
They keep trying. Yeah, they just keep trying. Motion is all out of shit. We good, though.
Draw play, ETN.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Lawrence on third down.
And able to find Kirk complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Now Lawrence on first down.
This complete to Jones.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A final shot now for Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. We like all the way around. Yep.
Domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Texans, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
We're waiting for Coach Prime and some of the players to get to the podium. Coach Prime, how you doing? Listen, this is KY Jelly from KY Jelly News. 73-27. What do you say to the critics that say you guys run a score up on people? Well, first of all, I'm gonna look into my stat lines first, right? The majority of our damage was done in the first half, right? 28 points in the first quarter. Am I correct? 21 in the second quarter. I mean, we scored 10 points in the third, 14 points in the fourth. I don't know if that's running it up. Not just that, we also scored twice on defense with 3 turnovers leading to scores from our offense off of turnover and then scores. So I don't know if that's running it up or us just dominating and finishing. I mean, you guys, you look for a storyline and you want to poke holes, and I understand, poke holes all you want, but don't try to poke holes at our character. We're not the type of coaching staff, franchise, or team or players that, you don't see our guys talking in the media, rubbing it in guys' faces. I mean, they barely even celebrate after scores, and if they do it with each other, right? There's no selfishness on this football team. We ask them to go out there and execute and do a job, and they go out there and do it. And the first question we get tonight is, are we a team that want to run it up on everybody? Coach Prime. Trevor Lawrence, the matchup between Trevor Lawrence and Shedeur Sanders. I know earlier you spoke that, they don't match up and play together, but are you comfortable with what your defense did today? It seems like the storyline of your defense is bend but don't break, right? He didn't have a good outing with 76.2 QBR, but he did complete 29 out of 43 passes. And he had 2 for 425 yards. He also threw 2 touchdowns. Now, Shedeur went out there and only completed 8 passes. 29 attempts, he's 21 completions of 154.1 QBR, 72%. Is that where you want to see Shedeur at? I think if you ask Shedeur, what would he like to see on the stat line would be the 0 interceptions more than anything. Now, I challenged him to get his completion percentage up to 70. 67 just not going to cut it. He's been 70 or above his entire career. So we're looking forward to him staying at that 70 or more completion percentage. But, I was real comfortable with Shedeur getting in and out of plays. We like to see, his reads. He understood what the defense was doing. They were trying to trick us with a lot of 2 highs and then rotating into single 1 eye coverage and things of the sorts, a lot of cover 3 zone. But he was able to understand that. He was able to get his lineman in the right position to give up the blocks, to be able to be in a situation to protect him. So overall, I enjoyed watching him play today because he played the game the right way. At halftime, Travis Etienne Jr. had 5.5 yards to carry. Y'all dropped his average down to 4.6. Was that something that you guys focused on at halftime? Yeah, he was breaking a lot of tackles. That guy runs hard. Most people look at him as an elusive running back, but he has a lot of power behind that speed. Any guys that run 4.3s, they're powerful runners. Their legs are strong. They're not getting to that 4.3 without having strength behind them. His lower body is built very strong. And the fact that he was breaking a lot of tackles, we just wanted to clean that up. We wanted to be able to make sure we can get one or more guys to the ball. And if we did get one guy to the ball, finish the tackle, right? And if you did run a little harder than us finishing solo tackles, make sure the teammates are there to help you out. I think they did a good job of that in the second half. Coach, Anthony Israel continues to show that he's one of the best dominant running backs in the league. Last week he did it with 138 yards receiving. Today he reached the 100-yard mark in the run game on 12 carries. Yeah, 8.3 yards a carry. Is this what you want to see out of him? Look, it's the NFL. No running back is going to average 8-9 yards a carry. That's just him being in his zone. Simple as that. You add the play calling and us getting into the other stuff and understanding what they were doing defensively. You add that to a guy that has very good vision out of the backfield. He's a patient runner, and honestly, he's a mixture between the three running backs that I either played with or I watch play. Right, LaDainian Tomlinson, Emmitt Smith, and Barry Sanders. You have the wiggle of Barry Sanders, the vision of Barry Sanders, the patience of Emmitt Smith, and the willpower of LaDainian Thomas. So I think I mentioned 3 Hall of Fame running backs, and when I'm talking about this kid, so that should tell you exactly how I feel about him. You guys struggled once again at the tight end position. Evan Ingram, 2 touchdowns, 12 catches, 223 yards a day. How do you guys clean that up? Not taking anything away from the young man. Evan Ingram is a very good NFL player. He's been that for a long time, over his 7 years, right? But a lot, the touchdowns was just strictly, a throw out of the sack where the ball was just in a situation where he made the play. Great player, makes great plays, right? And then, a lot of them flipping plays and motioning into things, trying to, frustrate us and get us just not aligned the right way. And they caught us with a quick hike snap for another touchdown. But the 12 catches and the 18.5 yards a catch, that's something we definitely want to clean up. I mean, we're going to challenge our safeties to better cover tight ends. We're going to challenge our linebackers to better cover tight ends. Our slot corners to better cover tight ends. Most teams, they stay away from the two guys on the outside. I mean, I would, right? They lead in the league in interceptions. These guys, 20 and 19 interceptions on the year. So you're going to stay away from them outside guys, so all the damage is going to get done inside. So we challenge our guys that are covering inside, our slot corners, our linebackers, our safeties, that they have to make plays. But when you can't go on the outside against us, everything's going to happen within, in between the hash marks. And Evan Ingram did a good job of that. Brock Bowers had a breakout game today, Coach. 6 catches, 403 yards, and a touchdown. What was the purpose of getting him involved in the game? Well, we feel like we drafted 2 of the best tight ends to come out of college football, right? Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the draft, one of the best players in the draft. DW is a freak. You know that. That's why we drafted him so high. We like both of these guys. We feel like they both can dominate a football game if called upon. But they're team football players. Today, Ingram had 4 catches. Today, Brock Bowers had 6 catches. Today was his day. James Williams, Galvatron. Galvatron, yes, that's the nickname of James Williams. He's 12 tackles today. He struggled a little bit in coverage, but he did a really good job of keeping everything in front of him. What do you feel like you have in that type of player? Well, we call him Galvatron, right? If you're a fan of the Transformers franchise, then you understand who Galvatron was, right? The government made Galvatron, and they thought they were creating their own Transformers, and Galvatron actually had the brain of Megatron, right? We feel like he's the villain on defense. This guy is always scheming and up to things on defense. He's always around the football. We feel like, his nickname Galvatron runs concurrent with him, right? He's physically built a specimen, right? 6'5", 224 pounds that runs a 4.4. He's a freak, right? When it comes down to that. But then we're the government, the coaching staff. We're building him. We're making him into the player he is. But in that mind of us, building him into the mind and the player we want him to be, he has his own mind, and that dog in him is the reason why he can be a transitional player in our opinion. Last question. All right, Coach Pond, you guys got to the quarterback well over 6 times today. I don't know about well. I think we were close to it, right? 7 sacks, I think, something like that. How much does your defensive line and the pressure you guys apply on defense, on offenses, allows those corners to play the type of football you want them to play? Because they are creating a lot of turnovers, something that you emphasized all year that you wanted to step up, and you guys are the #1 team in takeaways this year. But your defensive line, it seems like it goes hand in hand. If you guys have stat-wise, anytime you guys have 5 or more sacks, y'all have multiple INTs as well. How concerned is that with the defense and you guys making that happen scheme-wise? I mean, it's a simple answer. It's a simple answer, right? Pressure bust pipes. Simple as that. If the quarterback's not comfortable throwing the ball, he's not going to throw the ball comfortably. That means he's going to be off the mark, get the ball out faster than you want to. He's going to be paying attention to where the pressure is coming from more than really locked in on where the receivers are and how they're going to get open. The more pressure you apply on a guy keeps getting hit after hit after hit after hit, he starts to lose some of his discipline. I'm not saying that Trevor Lawrence, was rattled or anything like that, but when you're constantly pressuring him, he has to make a play happen, right? And in the process of trying to make plays happen, you saw twice where he was hit throwing passes that turned into goal for him. And the other couple of times he paid for it. But our cornerbacks, Derek Stingley and Christian Gonzalez, works very well as a tandem. I've had this type of look in college as well, right? Where we had 2 of the top recruits at the cornerback position on our side. This is where cornerbacks that can cover deeply. You can cheat and do anything you want defensively when you can lock down the outside. Simple as that. Most teams got 1 shutdown corner. We feel like we got 2.